mic on, so hopefully the sound will be better. I just figured it's the end of the day here at JoeLanta, and I wanted to show you guys the setup before I break everything down for those of you that couldn't be here today. So I'm gonna start out with showing you guys the good stuff, the new stuff, the fresh in the mail stuff. These are the final engineering pilots coming straight from the factory. So this is version 1 of Breacher and Hellhound. He's our door kicker with his Belgian Malinois. And we are also doing version 2. So this is the Desert Ops. Now this won't come until year 2. And as you can see on the back of this, we're planning out and executing on year 2 right away. So we're gonna do 4, waves of 4. We're gonna do 5 waves of 4 for year 1. There will be 19 figures, and the +1 is General Mortafaro Unmasked, who will be our mail order figure for year 2. Come on a nice red card back, and each of these dossiers have been updated with new anecdotes by Larry Hama. And so he'll come in a nice little mailer box, little white mailer box. And here's a look at the figure. He's got some blood on the mace, and he's got blood on the face. Really cool figure. All right, so anyway, we're going ahead, and obviously while we do the wave 1, General Mortafaro, we're going ahead and working on the version 2 with the unmasked. Similarly, we've got the Mizumu Corps, and the Mizumu Corps have a dark-skinned and a lighter-skinned version with different arms. So these have different scarification patterns on the arms. For year 2, we're gonna have the leader figure of the Mizumu Corps. His name is Werejackal, and as you can see, he's got a totally different deco, but he's also got unique arms as well. So he's got the most scars because he's the most badass, of course. And he's the leader of the Mizumu Corps, named Werejackal. So there he is. Dark Reapers, the regular Dark Reapers have grenades on their forearm, and the Dark Reapers officer for year 2 has a communications tablet on his forearm. So all we did was tool a couple new pieces there using a peg system. And so there's a look at Breacher and Hellhound version 2. Now Hellhound will actually have green 40mm grenades on him, so that's a revision. This is a FEP, not a final, or excuse me, that's an EP, not a FEP. And the helmet is actually a 3-color helmet now. You can see it up here. It's got black and olive drab and lime lenses. So a olive drab top, a black face mask, and then the lime green lenses. So we are sparing no expenses. We got 3-color helmets coming. So anyway, there's a look at the Operation Recall year 1, wave 1 figures, in addition to the year 2 figures that we are already going ahead and working on. And we're gonna be doing this for every figure, where we're putting a little bit of thought and a little bit of tooling money into the tooling so that we will have fresh and new figures for year 2. There's the trading cards. If you go to operationrecall.com, then you can still order the trading cards. I've got my dad's book here. This is Ride to the Sound of the Guns. Now, my dad wrote a book about my grandfather. My grandfather fought in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam, and then he was also active in Charlie Wilson's war in Afghanistan in his 70s. So if you're interested in hearing more about that story, my grandfather, Brigadier General Theodore Christopher Metaxas I, and it's written by my father, Lieutenant Colonel Theodore Christopher Metaxas Jr. So you can check that out at Ride to the Sound of the Guns, or actually legacyofduty.com. That's legacyofduty.com, and the book is called Ride to the Sound of the Guns. It's a really crazy story. As you guys could imagine, I come from an insane family of overachievers. So anyway, this is Breacher and Hellhound, version 1 and version 2. Of course, that helmet is not the final helmet. We got the 3-color helmet in its place. And these are just test card backs. Each of the card backs have a pamphlet that goes right behind the figure, and you unfold that, and it shows all of the, the artwork that was used in the creation of these figures. Then we got a little Mizumu Corps army, just 2 of each variant there. So you got a more ashy, a little bit darker skin, and then you got the lighter skin, a little more buttery. So there's a good look, actually, at the 2 variants for Mizumu Corps for year 1. And I've just got 2 of each there. I think it's really cool to have a variant army builder, a army builder figure that actually has some variation to it. Pretty cool. And then in the back is Werejackal. So that's our year 2 guy. And that's a EP as well. The gun and the machete are actually going to be black on him, just so we have a little more variation. So these are the 2-ups, the hand sculpted 2-ups, and the printed accessories, and these are hand painted. So that's a look at Runback's Pack Dog. And Pack Dog is wearing Runback's backpack underneath. and has an ammo crate that we will be selling as a weapons pack, more than likely, for year 2, more than likely. And there's Scrounger and Luna, and there's Bear Claw and Wilson, and we got Night Raid and Ozzy, and we got his big old NSV machine gun, backpack, bows and arrows, all that good stuff. This is is actually going to have a second leg for his second release. He's going to have a new leg. So we have a story where this leg gets destroyed as he battles a horde of cadavers, and he survives and accomplishes the mission objective, but this leg is destroyed, and we'll have a new leg for Midnight Ops, which will come out in year 2. And this is Tank, and this will be our only spring-loaded launcher for the line, Tank's launcher. And there's his buddy Clanker, the jetpack trooper with the smart grenade launcher. And we got Soul Eagle with his Gatling gun and his 3 ammo cans. Really cool accessories, really cool figure. And these are all hand sculpted, so these get scanned at the factory, and then they get revised by the 3D sculptor, Carter the Conqueror. So these, what I'm showing you here, the 2-ups are not final, proportions are not final, some heads are too big, etc., but all of that is fixed after they're scanned. And these are the final product, these little guys right here. So there's General Mortefero version 1, General Mortefero version 2 unmasked. This is a look at the Muzumu Corps, along with Snakeheads, our enemy underwater troopers. There's a couple of Muzumu Corps with Werejackal in the middle. And then we have Cadavers. Now his whole face is gonna be covered, and then this guy is gonna have the goatee and the mustache. So that'll be the Cadavers, and this will be the Cadavers officer, AKA Draugr. So Draugr is the one cadaver that survives their big battle with So they're gonna destroy his leg and they're gonna beat the heck out of him, but he's gonna escape. And the only cadaver that's left standing is this guy, who becomes Draugr, the Cadavers officer. So we got some story beats. This is Dark Reapers, very popular figure. There's a look at Dark Reapers right there. This is actually a look at the entire Dark Reapers pre-production. So this is the factory prototype, so 3D printed. And then this is coming right off of the tools after we started cutting tools. And this is what's known as a test shot. So the first plastic to be poured and coming off of the molds. This is the little pieces I was telling you about, the communications tablet right there on the left, and then the grenades right there in the middle, and then the pistol. And then he's got another pistol that actually pegs into his leg. That's in a holster. And then he's got his big gun. So you can see all that on these guys. This is Dark Reapers, and this is Dark Reapers Officer, and you can see the pistol that's pegged in on the thighs there as well. So they're a very popular figure, really cool looking. And then here is Breacher and Hellhound, version 1 and version 2. Again, version 2 of the dog will have the green 40mm grenades, and I believe he has a darker vest too, so we'll have a different version of him. Actually, let's go check the FEP. Yeah, no, they fixed it on the FEP. So we've got the green grenades right there, and I do think I think that vest is maybe actually a little lighter. Not quite certain about that, but they definitely fixed the 40mm grenades. All right, so there's Bengal. Oh, she is looking amazing, by the way. We've got a Midnight Ops version of her where she's got her hair down. The sculpt has been massively revised by Carter the Conqueror. He's done an amazing job with it. She's our sniper, Indian intelligence sniper. Then we have Lilith, who is our paratrooper, our Inuit from Alaska. We got Salty Dog, and of course we got Rotello, the guy who started it all. So I thought I would show you guys this. Thought you might like seeing the prototype, the test shot, the EPs, and then the FEPs over here. So figured I would share this with you guys before I pack it away. Thank you guys for watching, and let me see if I got any comments here. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can see the comments, so I apologize, guys, but thank you for tuning in. And please check out Legacy of Duty if you'd like to learn about my dad's book. You can pick up the trading cards at operationrecall.com. You can back the backer kit for Operation Recall. I'll probably have that up until December, and then we'll just start selling the product as it comes in, as opposed to taking pre-orders, and hopefully that'll be the way forward. And hopefully I'll see you guys at Assembly Required or Retro Toy Con out of Greenville, South Carolina with my buddies from Toy Federation. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care.